everyone, and welcome back to Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony Blind. In the last one, we actually didn't really accomplish all that much. We unlocked Kibo's lab that he doesn't want to use, and we got a flashback light that doesn't really connect to anything. Kind of. So, yeah, very productive episode, I know. But in this episode, we're going to get productive, because we're going to finish someone's free time event chain. As you can see, I grabbed up my Monokumas, as you could also tell if you were watching these episodes back-to-back, because I was, in Angie's art room beforehand. And you know what? I thought it might be a little bit easier to find all these guys. I'd already found 2 of them. And I was starting on on a high floor. They're usually in newer areas. And no, I realized, or remembered, I suppose, that is absolute bullshit. That is not how these guys work. And all of these guys were on the bottom floor or outside of the academy. Funnily enough, actually, I would have found another one of them regardless of whether I went looking or not, because they're right next to Himiko, or where Himiko is right now, which is in Tenko's lab. The other one, this guy lying down there, he was in the basement, and I very nearly missed him. I only caught him when I was leaving. But yeah, so, updates on the Himiko situation, if you couldn't tell from that very clever context clue. We're going to be finishing Himiko today, and you know what? I've got to admit, well, first of all, I've got to admit that I'm going to take a swig from my delicious, delicious water. This is going to be a speech-heavy episode. Granted, I've changed Himiko's voice to the point where it's actually not very difficult to do it. It's quite fun, actually, and yet it still changes every other day. Well, every other episode. Every other day for you. Whatever. Oh, well, I mean, I guess it is every other day for me as well, eh? But in a bigger context? Whatever. Let's not think about the pedantics of recording schedules. Anyway, so for everyone at home, I'm going to assume you probably already know this and have been waiting for this. Yes, I was indeed 100% kind of bamboozled twice about Himiko's free time events. So, as I have found out through my source, you know who you are, you bastard. Again, they aren't watching this. So no point in trying to address them. Himiko's free time events weren't, for the most part, locked in the way that I thought they were. In most circumstances, you could have still hung out with her, but her free time events didn't progress past the 3rd one until this chapter. So I see it's a bit of a Fuyuhiko situation. But instead of all of his free time events, all of Himiko's free time events being held off until chapter 4, it's only the last 2, which I think I like a little bit better. Because I mean, it worked a lot more for Fuyuhiko in his context, because he was such an antisocial douche. But at the beginning, of course. But I don't know. I do like this, right? That it gives you a little bit of slow burn time. But that's with Fuyuhiko. But that's because he's decently integral to the story. Himiko kind of has been, but she's always had the backseat to other characters, like Angie or Tenko in particular. Okay, it's just Angie and Tenko, but she's always had the backseat to them and what's going on with them. Tenko's whole express yourself thing, and Angie's a tour stuff. So she hasn't really had the time as much as Fuyuhiko to flourish in the main story. So I like that you could get her free time events at first. What I didn't like here was how the game didn't tell you in any way that you couldn't progress her free time events further. I don't really like that. They could have just been a dialogue change. Maybe she just straight up wouldn't hang out with you. But I have found out that, you know, in a lot of circumstances, she wasn't just. It wasn't that you just couldn't hang out with her. It's that I couldn't hang out with her. Although, except for the student council stuff, that you could hang out with her and the others as I thought, but you wouldn't progress with them. Again, as I sort of thought. So yeah, nearly 6 minutes in. Let's go hang out with Himiko. It has been a hot minute since we hung out with her last. Which, you know, my memory's a little bit more hazy than I would like on her free time events, but I still remember the gist of them. I'm actually quite excited, because not only are we going to get the end of her story, which I thought was, you know, interesting, especially in the context of Chapter 2 when we did it, but I'm also, you know, just excited to finish a set of free time events, as well as see the new Himiko in action. I found it quite curious that you're standing here. Did you have anything to say, Kokichi?
By the way,
It's a shame I couldn't find the door for the motive card key. I searched real hard, too. Oh, is that it? What are you doing here, you little scoundrel? Anyway. Himiko! God, she's fucking giant when you spawn in at that angle. How you doing? Short stuff?
Okay, tuna. Now that I'm thinking about it, I want to eat some. Doesn't have to be good tuna. I'm fine with some
Dolphin?
I'm fine with some dolphin mixed in.
Should I hang out with Himiko for a while? Oh, shit. Oh, no, I just had a depressing thought. This might only be one free time slot, and I won't get to finish them in this episode. Please be a 2 free time slot, please. They've switched it up, I think. It used to be that you'd have the 1 at the end, but I think in the last 2 chapters, it was 1, then 2, then 2. I think. Fuck, I've already forgotten the set out. Shit!
And let's go look for some cans of tuna in the dining hall. I'll give you hints with my magic.
Well, I see she may have changed, but she is still using Shuichi to get food. We didn't find any tuna. We ended up talking and eating fish chips we found in the warehouse. Aw, that's nice. I wish we saw things like that. You know, the little extra scenes they have there. I feel like that'd be really nice, but that'd also be a shit ton of work, obviously. Just, you know, that's for the fan fiction territory, you know. But I really like those sorts of things where, like, you know that they do stuff between hanging out. Like, it isn't just this conversation that they randomly have, right? They have something else that goes on. I've commented on this before, right? I really like the flavor text in these, and I find it really disappointing that in the bonus modes you don't get it. Like, it's always the same, like, 2 sets of dialogue options. Well, not options, just 2, like, things that can happen. Okay, so... I kind of forgotten what I've already given her. But, let's see. So I have that spell book, and I have 4 of the magic brooms. So, yeah, no, she's gotta love this, right? There's no way she doesn't love this.
You must have used a Find Himiko a Good Gift spell. Well done. I don't mind you giving me more stuff from now on. Sorry. Shuichi, I'm sorry I treated you like that.
Oh. Where's this apology coming from?
Before, I thought it was a pain to tell you about magic, but... Now it's different. I've changed. I've decided to live looking forward. So I'm going to tell you about magic without saying it's a pain.
Well, I'm glad, Himiko, but I was as much as as interested as I am in magic, I was equally as interested to hear your backstory. I see. What is this? She's different than usual. Oh, come on, Shuichi. This is pretty standard for her for now.
Isn't that why you came here? To continue where we left off?
Right, of course. I'd like to hear it if that's okay.
Yay!
Perhaps there's no real point to this story at all.
Hey, shut up, Shuichi! This is important. This is a really fucking important story. You shut your mouth. I love you, guy, but shut up.
Yeah, I'm pleased to see you show so much interest in mages.
Himiko looked happy, but her expression quickly faded.
I couldn't stop my master from retiring. The person after his title got just what he wanted.
What? What do you mean?
One time, my master was about to start one of his shows. Way in the back of the audience, my master's enemy was working his scheme. Do you know about the mortal enemy of mages in this world?
Mortal enemy?
They have the power to take away magic. An anti-mage.
This is starting to sound like a manga.
No, come on, Shuichi. Well, not that you know this, but you learnt this with Gundam, right? And with Himiko a little bit too. You gotta look through her weird... Well, they're not really that weird, they're pretty easy, but look through her metaphors. I don't know, maybe... Well, we'll see. My immediate thought is maybe it's a heckler, like at the back of the audience. Because she already said, right, that a lot of people were like... Or a lot of people came up to her after or during the shows to be like... Well, not during the shows, but after or before the shows to be like, oh, you're so cool, I really like you, you're great, you're so much better at magic than your master, you're so modern and cool and unique. So yeah, maybe it was a heckler?
This anti-mage took away my master's magic and made him fail.
What?
My master was set up! There's no way he would have failed otherwise. My Golden Age master wouldn't lose to an anti-mage! The audience turned against my master, so I tried to wake them up. On behalf of my master, I destroyed the anti-mage. I fired back with my own comedy routine, and I heckled the heckler.
So Himiko tried to fix her master's mistakes, but that means...
Oh, I suppose in this sense, I guess she's just saying that that he failed one of his tricks or something, or like it didn't go quite as smoothly as desired, so the audience was like, oh, boo, and some shit or whatever. And so Himiko comes out and does ultimate magician things and shows up her master. And I'm sure that just really rubbed salt in the wound after everything else her poor master has gone through.
My master wouldn't lose against someone I could defeat. Yeah, I told them off.
Oh, no, maybe there was a heckler then.
The show ended without any more problems, but when I went back to the green room, my master was gone. I haven't seen him since then.
Okay. I did kind of wonder if he was dead. But no, it seems he just left. Which I mean, I understand his pain, right? I empathize with him. But what a fucking dick to run away and like not say anything to Himiko. Like, she clearly loves this guy. Like, she very clearly looks up to him. And he just fucking dipped right out. What a... Please tell me he didn't just dip. Himiko, please. A note, anything?
Just as I thought. He was probably embarrassed to have Himiko fix his mistakes.
Oh,
Himiko, none of that is your fault.
I know. I don't need your pity.
Sorry.
There's no need to apologize.
Oh, come right back to where we started, eh?
I know what my master must have been thinking. He probably disappeared for my sake. He probably didn't want to get me involved in a mage power struggle.
I wonder if that's how she's chosen to cope with it. Like, put a grander meaning to it to, like, lessen the blow of someone she cared for and respected just leaving. God, I don't know. I didn't just sort of saying it like that. I get this kind of like, you know, growing up with one parent vibes. Do you know what I mean? Like someone you love and respect walks out on you. I don't know. I don't think this master was her dad or anything, but like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? It sort of feels like that sort of story, but you know, with your job, I guess. Yeah, poor girl though.
That's right. That must have been it.
Himiko.
I don't want to jump the gun here. We might get more of it in the last one. I'm interested to see what this last one's actually going to be about. But this has sort of played on my mind a little bit over the past, like, I guess, episodes, a couple of episodes. But I wonder if maybe Himiko has become so, like, emotionally distant because of this. Like, beyond just not being able to express yourself very well. Like, beyond that, that's an issue in and of itself that I mean, I guess you could argue, could go back to, like, this being an allegory for growing up as a child with one parent. But what I mean is, like, the fact that she lost this guy, right? Like, for all intents and purposes, he's like a father figure. And, like, someone she looks up to and respects just leaves abruptly. And it clearly fucking shattered her. So, I wonder if maybe that's why she was so disinterested in Tenko, maybe. Like, she wasn't interested in opening up to someone else and letting them in just in case they would leave her too. And to be honest, in thinking like that, something else I kind of noticed in the whole Angie Himiko thing, Himiko never really seemed that interested in Angie, but in Atua, who, for all intents and purposes, as a god, is someone who is always there, will always be on your side, will always look out for you. You see what I mean? Maybe I'm jumping the gun there with linking all that together. But, you know, maybe, I mean, if that's going to be left up to my interpretation, then that is my interpretation so far, at least. And if so, god fucking damn it. What a fucking gem of a character. Oh, God. I love how well Himiko has worked. Especially considering that I was so afraid that she wasn't going to be interesting at the beginning of the game. Because you know, I saw her and immediately I was like, oh yes, I'm gonna love this character regardless of whether they're good or not. But you never want that character to be bad anyway, you know? But dear lord, I've really liked her. I've really liked her so far, and like, she's been important to the story in a completely different way to most other characters who are important to the story, you know? I think you could liken her to Fuyuhiko in that respect. Like, Fuyuhiko is not important to the plot at all. He does nothing for the plot. But he is like this important figure in the smaller scale narrative, right, of the students. Again, this sort of goes back to the fact that Danganronpa 2 and kind of this game, and kind of not, have taken like the Ace Attorney approach, right? Where there's like the overarching narrative, but every little step in that narrative is also its own story that lends into that bigger narrative. You've really been able to see that here with how the flashback lights, right, have been spread out across the game. So, like, we only get a little bit of story every single time. The rest of it is these enclosed stories, right? Because the first thing was with Kaede, getting to know her, trying to escape, setting up, like, that ideology she had, and, you know, only for that to come crumbling down. In Chapter 2, we had the start of the Atua stuff, Himiko's magic show, and, like, Himiko, in a way, kind of taking center stage for a little bit. On top of, like, the Shuichi and Kaito stuff. And then Chapter 3 was, of course, the student council stuff, the divide that created in the group. And you had, on top of that, the Shuichi, Kaito, and Maki stuff. Not tying all those together, but, like, running through all of those were the flashback lights, the little things that give us more and more story. Or at least, like, hints towards it. And of course, this is a Danganronpa game. We're not going to get anything conclusive until Chapter 6. But it's nice to have that thorough thread, you know? Danganronpa 2 didn't do this. This is one of my faults with Danganronpa 2's, like, pacing of its main narrative. You don't really get that much. Of course, looking back on it, it's like, oh, of course you could do that in a simulation. That wouldn't make sense in reality. Oh, of course! But Danganronpa is also one of those properties where you just don't question that shit, you know? You didn't question it in Danganronpa 1 when Monokuma could just snap his fingers and fucking Celeste's execution happened, you know what I mean? You didn't question that. Which is why, you know, I don't really think many people would question, say, something like Mekamaru or the whole Chapter 2 motive thing, you know? Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. I know that got into an overarching plot sort of thing and moved away from Himiko, but the point is, I really like her in relation to the story. I like how this sort of explains her actions and what she's like, whilst also having that explored in the story. Yeah, I like the free time events prop her up in the main story, I feel. And I think that there are numerous ways you can do free time events, but for someone who's had a role like Himiko's that was quite prevalent in the main story, I think this is a very good way to do it, right? Byakuya's free time events were sort of similar, right? But, like, yeah, you learn about him and his backstory, but that backstory, like, propped up his behavior in the main game. Do you get what I mean? Does that make sense? I hope so, because I'm not gonna... I couldn't find the words. I watched Himiko walk away, her head hung low, and I returned to my room. Yeah, I hope that makes sense, so I'm gonna leave it there. Now, is it gonna be... It's nighttime, isn't it? It's nighttime. God damn it! Well, I guess next episode, hopefully, we're gonna finish Himiko's free time events. And Kaito's free time events, which will be fun.
New an official announcement from the Ultimate Academy. Nighttime officially starts now.
Oh god. Oh, I think I spoke a little too long there. I know, just in my normal fucking voice, but I'm a bit croaky. Or maybe Monophony is just taking a toll on my poor vocal cords.
Staying up late is bad for your skin, so maybe you Boston should go to bed, okay?
Oh shit. Is that why I'm so hideous? Oh, I need to sleep earlier.
The reason I can't sleep is because I'm up all night thinking about you, Monophony.
Okay.
But,
Oh my.
what? You can't just blurt out something like that. It's kind of crazy, really. I've never thought about you this way before. Hey, when did you worm your way into my heart? So, what are you gonna do about this? God, we're family, you know. You can't forget that.
Oh, I just noticed his hand is like actually around her shoulder. He isn't just like leaning against her.
Monophony. Monodoro.
Oh my. Wow. Incest back to back in my Danganronpa game? More likely than you think. What was that? Well, no point worrying about the monocubs. It's time for training. I feel like I haven't done it in a long time. Alright, to the courtyard. Well, I mean, that's not true. You just haven't done it with Kaito in a long time. Yeah, okay. I mean, seems like we're... Oh, wait, hang on. Actually, before we go and do this, and we do this scene, and then we do the Love Hotel, before we do all that... Report card. Himiko ended up saving her master during a magic trick gone awry, and he ran away from the shame. She has not seen him since. Yeah. It's kind of... I almost wish there was 6 free time events in this game. I kind of wish you got like half and half with Himiko rather than like 3 before, 2 after. You know, but I understand the limitations of this system, right? I've gone over this before. Like, it's the similar limitations to the support system in Fire Emblem games, or at least modern ones, i.e., Awakening and Fates. And well, kind of Shadows of Valentia. I don't think it really works as well there. I mean, yeah, no, it's just going to take me right to them, aren't they? I don't need to look around. Gonta! Gonta? Oh, Shuichi! You should go back to room. It's nighttime. It's just that I promised to meet up with Kaito and Maki. Oh. Angie's gone, and student council not around anymore. But Gonta still think it best to not go out at nighttime. Yeah, I mean, you are right, but... when has anyone ever listened to that in Danganronpa, eh? Because Ryoma got killed at nighttime. And Angie, too. You're right. That's true. I say, smiling. But the promise I made to Kaito is really important to me. I can't break it. I promise I'll go right back afterwards. And I'll make sure we stick together. Gonta careless just now. Gonta not know you make such important promise to Kaito. Gonta so useless. Oh, that's alright, big guy. Oh, come on. No, not at all, Gonta. Don't worry about it. We all know how much you care about us. Are you okay? Gonta? Shuichi? Gonta come to decision. Uh-huh. What have you decided? Well... Actually, Gonta will tell everyone tomorrow, when everyone together. I mean, that's nice, but the last time we had something about that, Angie started the Atua thing, so, Gonta sleep well tonight and prepare for tomorrow. Good night. Yeah, good night, Gonta. I wonder what he decided. Well, we'll find out tomorrow. / in the next episode. But for now, where are my chums? Where are they? Where are they? There they are. Hello, second best boy, and maybe second best girl? Hey, I mean, to be fair, though, Shuichi is best boy, so, you know. It's not a... Kaito, I mean, we've got number 1, number 2, and maybe number 2 again. I don't know, I kind of can't decide whether I like Maki or Miyu more. I'm not... We'll have to see. Maki's involved in the story, you know? So I'll have to see how she, changes, I guess, develops. Ah, good! You're here, bro!
Yeah, it's been so long since the three of us have done this. Like, 4 whole days. Crazy, right?
That's true.
It's because Kaito was scared of ghosts.
I wasn't scared! Wait, don't make me think about them!
When I first met Maki and Kaito, I never could have imagined hanging out like this.
Me either! I never would have thought these 3 would be, like, a trio of friends. That's not something I ever would have imagined. Especially considering that I didn't imagine that Shuichi would be the protagonist. Anyway, let's get started. First off, 100 sit-ups. You guys get her bet? What? You guys better get pumped. Oh, shit.
The 3 of us lined up on the grass and started our routine. Well, me and Maki did. Kaito just sat there and twiddled his thumbs.
1, 2, 3.
And Maki's already done.
25, 26,
Okay, well.
27, 28.
I guess she's not that fast.
Maki, you're way too fast.
Yeah, you're gonna get stomach cramps doing it that fast. No, probably not. God, I can't imagine how ripped she probably is under that fucking... I never know. Fukoku? Is that... No, that's not what those are called. But that uniform. Oh my fucking... I was fucking joking, Kaito! Oh my god. I guess he's not sitting twiddling his thumbs, he's laying back stargazing. Which is pretty apt for him, I suppose.
Hey, less talking, more working. What about your sit-ups? Kaito.
Kaito stood up slowly, his body hesitant.
Yeah, you alright, dude? Sorry. Gotta use the bathroom.
Kaito slowly began walking away toward the school building. I wonder what's wrong. He's not in much of a hurry for needing to go to the bathroom.
It's not about your cough, is it? God, fucking... Oh, I want to be happy in these moments with Kaito. But I'm also scared for his life. Is he gonna be okay? I have a feeling no. Come on, Kaito.
That's true.
Do you want me to go check up on him? I just finished my 100 sit-ups. Okay, well, I guess I only needed to wait a minute for you to finish. What? Already? Maki, I don't want to be out here alone. Working out in the dark. But, maybe you shouldn't go, because it's the boys' bathroom.
Oh, that is an adorable and very silly looking portrait. I really like it.
Did that not occur to you?
Do you want to die?
Do you want to die? Joke? Sorry.
Sure, whatever.
That's fine.
By
By the way, this seems like a good time to ask, but...
well...
Alright, Jesus Christ!
Did you like Kaede?
Huh?
Huh?
Weirdo.
Well, I assumed you didn't, because that would be weird. Weirdo. What do you mean, weird?
I don't understand.
Liking someone you just met, especially in a situation like this. Oh, Maki, you're making me feel bad.
Is it gonna be the Yeah. Oh, it's been so long. I mean, it hasn't really for me. Well, it kind of has been. I mean, it's not. It hasn't been. But
Then tell me, under what circumstances is liking someone not weird? Huh? I don't know. I don't really understand what that is.
Nope.
Never mind. I just forget I ever asked. Marky, I don't mean to, bug you, but, never mind isn't one word, unless you're talking about Sonia.
No.
Forget you asked. Why did you bring this up, Marky?
Like I'd know.
No reason. I was only curious. You know, it's not like I wanted to get to know my friends any better or anything. No reason. Marky, you're being cruel. You'll ask me a personal question, then act like you don't care.
hey, were you guys making out while I was gone? No, we weren't, Kaito. But I'm sure Shuichi was in a lot of pain that he wouldn't be in if he could do that with Kaede.
Perfect time as always, Kaito. Anyway, what's wrong, Kaito? Why did you leave all of a sudden?
Yeah, drank too much water before training. But I emptied myself out, so I'm good now.
Let's go!
So let's continue where we left off. Let's get pumped up for sure this time.
Continue? I don't recall you doing even one yet, Kaito.
So, from the beginning! Of course you guys are gonna restart with me.
I already finished doing my 100.
Don't be so cold. No road is long with good company, right? Besides, I'm pretty sure you could do like 500 in like the time it takes Shuichi to do 10.
Kaito, I'm not that unfit. I don't think that phrase applies to this.
Oh, I don't know. Good company makes anything better.
Let your sweat wash away all your sadness, fear, worry, and hardships.
Kaito, wax philosophical later. Marky, stop not working out.
Start moving your body, and your pain will become memories before you know it.
Oh, Shuichi back there. He's the only one doing anything.
Then you should train too.
Well, I don't have anything to worry about.
Oh, shut up, you bastard. Don't you fucking say that.
Because, I mean, I'm Kaito Momota, luminary of the stars.
Yeah, I know you are, but you're also like fucking dying.
Hey, no fair, Kaito.
Fucking bitch. In the end, Kaito convinced us to do all of our sit-ups over. Of course he did. But Kaito and I had to give up, and only Maki was able to finish. And she finished again, and again, and another time, and yeah, we only got to about 30.
Yeah, I mean, if I stayed on that screen, Shuichi could have made it to 100. Still got a scene?
Oh, I'm so tired. A lot's happening. Well, a lot's happened today. But there's something still bothering me. That flashback light this afternoon. And those meteorites. The Gopher Project. The mysterious cult organization. Are they connected to the Ultimate Hunt? Or the funeral? Or the killing game? Those answers might save us.
I mean, it's hard to say when you have no answers. Anyway,
No matter how hard I try to solve it, it's all a mystery. Thinking about everything I saw, I'd fallen asleep before I knew it.
Monokuma Theatre then? Yeah. Oh, jeez. I think I know what this one's referencing too, but Jesus Christ.
Have you ever wondered why soccer players have numbers on their jerseys?
Alright, I think this is going to be one of your not so good pieces of advice, Monokuma. Or sheds of wisdom.
It's how many mochi each player gets in the red bean soup they eat after the game. It's too much work for the guy who's making the soup to check each player after the game. It's much easier to check during the game when the number is on their uniforms. That way, they can just prepare the red bean soup during the game. And then the red bean soup will be ready to eat as soon as the game is over. And if the players want a different number of mochi, they can just trade jerseys with each other. You know, after the game, players will sometimes trade jerseys. That's how they exchange the number of mochi they have to eat after the game. Oh, but for baseball jerseys, the number is how many pieces of meat they get in their curry. And for volleyball, it's how many pieces of sliced pork they get in their ramen. As you can see, jersey numbers vary greatly depending on the sport. This has been the Random Trivia Corner, brought to you by Monokuma!
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for the very, very real, very useful trivia. Yeah, here we go. We know the spiel. Get out of here, Monokuma. You know what we're here for. We're here to see this potentially cute, potentially raunchy, potentially creepy, potentially something else love hotel scene. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Are you fucking serious? God fucking damn it! What are the odds? Okay, well, I saved before this episode started, so you know what? I don't mind going back through what I did to get to this point, alright? Well, you know what? We want to see as many scenes as we can, as much as I would love to spend more time with Himiko. We're not going to do that. So, I'll see you back here in like a couple of seconds. With whoever else we're going to be hanging out with. So, yeah, give me a minute. Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding. Okay. I mean, on one hand, I'm not upset. But on the other hand, I'm not so sure I'm ready for this. Okay. This is gonna be as weird as Kyo's, isn't it? It's gonna be.
Every time I come here, I play the role of their ideal, like some shared fantasy. Use fantasy. I'm prepared for total absurdity.
Hey, Shuichi!
Huh? What is it?
I got some fan-fucking-tastic news that'll put a nice smile on your face.
Right, yep, starting strong. 4 words in and she's already sworn.
And since we're childhood friends, you get an exclusive inside scoop.
Oh, wow, alright, Miyu. Childhood friends trope, alright, I can get behind that.
So you better feel real fucking special.
Okay. I see, so we're childhood friends in her fantasy. That's why she's being so nice to me.
Well, I don't know, she's kind of nice to you in your free time events.
I should be nice to her too. If I'm not careful, she might wake up.
So yeah, about this news.
Now this feels vaguely familiar.
What's going on? Why did she get quiet all of a sudden?
You can have your way with me if you want. Wow, getting right into it. I can what?
You didn't hear me?
You are such an arsehole! I just said you could have your way with me, you fucking arsehole! No, I heard you. I don't understand. Shuichi, this is the Love Hotel. This is just what we do. We get it on. Have you not learned this by now? When you lightly petted Himiko's head and had kinky bondage sex with Kyo? Huh? Why?
It's just that this is so sudden.
It's only 'cause I wanna thank you, Shuichi.
Thank me.
I mean, a bit of reward for a man.
What, you... Well, I mean, on one hand, I guess you're not entirely wrong, but on the other, I don't think you fully understand how all men work. This slamming sexy ass body of mine! Know what I'm saying? Alright, yeah, you didn't even need 5 minutes to recover from that one. You didn't need 5 fucking seconds. You needed the second half of a sentence.
I'm gonna ignore that last bit. So, why do you want to thank me?
Huh? You really don't know? And you call yourself my childhood friend?
I'm sorry, I really don't know.
Love, okay?
Alright, I won't laugh.
You won't shout at me?
Of course I won't, don't worry.
Okay. Ever since we were kids, Shuichi, you've always taken care of me, you know? You held my hand everywhere we went. You stayed by my side no matter what. And you're still doing that for me. You're the only one who sees past my act and knows the real me, Shuichi.
I'm glad she knows it's an act.
I see. We must be very close in this fantasy.
Matt, I just suddenly got a fucking semi-reverse Charlotte Benny vibe from, funny enough, Fire Emblem Fates. That come up again. You know, Miyu is Charlotte, Shuichi is Benny in this circumstance. I mean, Shuichi and Benny sort of dress... I'd imagine Benny would dress kind of like Shuichi, and Charlotte is like inverse Miyu, whereas like she's super like demure and polite as the act, and underneath it all she's vulgar and loud and kind of an asshole.
If I didn't have you in my life, I'd probably be in a gutter or something.
Oh, okay. Do you mean homeless or dead?
The only reason I can hold my head up high is the ultimate inventor. And so, I wanted to thank you. But you said you didn't need my inventions. That I should use them to help people.
Which is actually something she does, right? Like, that's the basis of a lot of the inventions she's known for, right? At least according to her introduction, with like the do stuff while you sleep things. I wonder if that was inspired by someone she knew. Maybe.
So I don't have anything else to offer you as thanks, except... myself?
Miyu's sentences sputtered out, half-spoken. Her face was cherry red.
No, that's just an excuse. What I really want is... your baby.
You want my child?!
Well...
Well, that was so hard to understand! God, you're so fucking embarrassing! With my beauty, brains, and talent, and your winning personality. Why, that's the recipe for the perfect child! Best of both worlds, baby!
Miyu, that's... Oh god, this is kind of fates, isn't it? Is the logic people take when, making children in those games. Yeah, no, that's not how you do things, Miyu.
We just gotta give the kid the right education, let him invent whatever, and we're set for life!
Oh my god.
What is it? You gonna fuck up my perfect plans for our future? What is it?
Want that future with me? You won't let me be your girlfriend, Shuichi? Because you don't need me? Is that it?
Yikes. God, she is insecure.
No! I don't want you to abandon me too. So we gotta make a baby.
I don't want you to abandon me too? Weird time to think about this, I suppose. Considering where we are, who we're with, the music playing, but like in her free time events, right, it sort of seemed like she wasn't really used to any degree of kindness from other people. And abandon me too. I mean, if we're supposed to be a friend, is she maybe talking about family? And I mean, I guess you could, I mean, this sort of sentiment down there is really fucking sad, I'm not gonna lie. Like, that is a depressing thing. That's also, like, a sentiment that some people have, right? Like, they're so desperate to keep a loved one in their life, they'll have a child to, like, force them to stay. Or even when, you know, some people are in a relationship, the only thing keeping them together is the fact that they have a child and they don't want to fuck up their life. Or potentially fuck up their life, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, your life is, or you are fucked if you only have one parent or whatever, or your parents have split up, but I don't know, maybe she won't be emulating that behavior from her parents, would she? I mean, yeah.
I have to make sure you won't abandon me. This is the only way.
It's really not, Miyu. I understand that you're incredibly insecure, but it's really not. Is that how she truly feels? That's really sad. I'm not gonna lie. I know the music is making it sound really crazy, but it's a really sad sentiment. I do feel really bad for her. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, even in a fantasy, this is sort of like not good for her. It's kind of weird that of the three Love Hotel scenes I've seen so far, it seems like two of them are actually kind of integral to the characters.
Come on, please. I want you. I need you inside me, Shuichi.
Oh my fucking god. What's this game rated again?
Okay? That's okay, right? Please?
I mean, at least she's asking politely.
Of course not. There's no way I could do that.
You motherfucker! If you're not gonna use that dick of yours now, then when, huh? You know what? Fuck it! Come here, Shuichi. I'm gonna squeeze every last drop out of you!
Wait a minute.
You can't just end it there. You can't just. Did Shuichi just get raped? God damn it. Oh, why is Himiko still the most wholesome one? Why? Oh my god. You know, I don't want to see this after what we just saw.
It's 8 a.m! How long are you gonna keep crying, you annoying bitch?
Jesus Christ! Monotaro, I'm not ready for this.
You know how busy I am with band practice, arcade games, and pachinko? Now give me some money! Hurry up!
No, please don't kick me in the tummy. You can kick my face all you want, though.
Just leave the money on the dresser and get out of here!
You weren't like this before. You used to me. So nice.
Yeah, this is Miyu and Shuichi right here.
I forgot all about the past! Did you forget that I'm forgetful? Come on, hurry up!
No, not the dummy.
What? Is it morning already? Last night with Miyu. Was that a dream? I hope so. A crazy, wild dream. We used every piece of equipment in there. By we, I mean she used all of the equipment in there. On me. If that wasn't clear. What happened to them overnight? Well, I guess they went to the Love Hotel too, Jesus. I suppose it doesn't really matter. I should head to the dining hall.
Well, Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. That sure was a Love Hotel scene. They were so fucking weird. I don't know why they exist, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't find some sick enjoyment in them. God damn it, Miyu. I mean, Himiko's was still my favorite because it was just so wholesome and sweet and really cute, but God fucking damn it. God damn it, dude. I'm gonna fucking finish her free time events this chapter. Fuck! Oh. Well, see you guys in the next one where we'll go to the dining hall and, assuming a story doesn't happen, we'll finish Himiko and Kaito's free time events. And until then, I'll see ya. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, goodbye. Goodbye.